Good morning. Our focus today is on empowering families for healthier nutrition choices for children in managing ADHD and understanding the impact of diet on ADHD symptoms. This sets the stage for our seminar, emphasizing our goal to empower families by providing valuable insights into making healthier nutrition choices for children dealing with ADHD challenges. I'd like to draw attention to a concerning trend I've observed: a quick reliance on medication and unfair labeling of children as problematic disruptors. This situation deeply concerns me. My passion lies in educating parents and educators about the role nutrition plays in alleviating symptoms. Instead of immediately turning to medication to suppress these symptoms, my mission is to underscore the importance of addressing root causes and nurturing healthier alternatives. Now I will introduce myself. I'm Priscilla Batarsi, your presenter for today. I possess a master's degree in clinical psychology and have undergone supplementary training in nutritional psychology. Currently, I'm pursuing a second master's degree in applied nutrition with the intention of incorporating this knowledge into my current practice. My goal is not only to enhance therapeutic outcomes for individuals dealing with mental health challenges, but also to educate others in this endeavor. I trust that this seminar will offer valuable insights and practical tools that can be applied with your children. Now I will go over the presentation outline and what to expect throughout this seminar. So we will start with the introduction, target population, seminar's focus, various dietary approaches to assist in managing ADHD symptoms, research findings to back this information up that we are sharing in today's seminar, the impact of sugar, challenges in lifestyle factors, and economic perspectives. The learning objectives for our seminar today are to recognize the impact of nutrition on ADHD symptoms, apply evidence-based nutrition strategies, implement practical nutrition and lifestyle interventions, facilitate inclusive and supportive environments, and to evaluate the efficacy of nutrition and lifestyle choices. This seminar caters to a diverse audience of parents and caregivers of 7 to 12 years old managing ADHD, emphasizing alternative interventions beyond medications. Focused on evidence-based approaches, it empowers attendees with actionable strategies, exploring the pivotal role of nutrition in holistic ADHD management. Our discussion will unravel various facets examining the influence of specific nutrients, potential deficiencies, and the significance of dietary patterns. The aim is to delve into the ways dietary factors can shape the development and management of ADHD, blending scientific evidence with practical insights for those navigating the disorder. Throughout this seminar, we'll explore potential dietary interventions and their complementary role alongside traditional ADHD treatments. Let's embark on this journey together to gain a deeper understanding of the profound impact of that nutrition can have on ADHD. So, as noted previously, the main content will be nutritional considerations in ADHD, exploring the link between diet and symptom management. Let's start by understanding ADHD as defined by the DSM-5, a manual that provides criteria for mental health disorders. ADHD, or Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, is a neurodevelopmental condition characterized by persistent patterns of inattention and/or hyperactivity, impulsivity. This disorder interferes with daily functioning and can be observed in both children and adults. In similar terms, ADHD is a health problem that affects a child's ability to focus, control impulses, and regulate activity levels. It typically begins in childhood, with the symptoms appearing before age 12 and persisting for at least 6 months. The diagnosis considers criteria such as the severity of inattention and hyperactivity or impulsivity, assessing their impact on daily life. Now let's explore the broader implications of ADHD. Beyond the core symptoms, ADHD is often associated with difficulties in executive functioning, emotional regulation, and social interactions. It frequently coexists with learning disorders, optional defiant disorders, known as ODD, conduct disorder, CD, and mood disorders. This can lead to impaired academic and occupational performance, as well as challenges in relationships. Understanding these aspects is crucial as we explore the complexities of ADHD in both children and adults. In ADHD, the DSM-5 categorizes symptoms into two primary areas. So we have inattention. This includes careless mistakes, lacks attention to detail, difficulty sustaining attention, doesn't seem to listen, doesn't follow through on tasks, organizational challenges and avoidance of mentally effortful tasks, frequently loses items, easily distracted or forgetful. Then we have the hyperactivity, impulsivity, fidgets, can't stay seated, inappropriate running or climbing, unable to play quietly, excessive talking, answers quickly, difficult waiting, and interrupts others. Now we're going to take a look at the overview of ADHD prevalence and societal impact. So let's start with ADHD prevalence. This is a neurodevelopmental disorder affecting both children and adults. Prevalence varies by age, gender, and location. It's common in children, but it often persists in adolescence and adulthood. Prevalence reported as a percentage differs between countries. So let's go ahead and discuss the societal impact of ADHD, and let's start with education. So under the umbrella of education, this really affects academic performance and social interactions. It challenges with attention, focus, and impulse control impacting learning. When we look at the workplace, adults face challenges in organization, time management, and task completion. Some exhibit strengths like creativity and problem solving. Looking over at the healthcare system, ADHD management demands medical and therapeutic interventions. It places demands on healthcare resources, including diagnosis and therapy access. Looking at social relationships. So this influences relationships with family, friends, and colleagues. Understanding and support from social networks are crucial. So let's take a look at the economic impact. So this extends to economic considerations like healthcare costs and workforce productivity. Addressing ADHD impact requires awareness, understanding, and supportive strategies. So to address the societal impact, creating awareness and understanding in education, healthcare, and employment are imperative. Also, recognizing diverse experiences, working towards inclusive societal structures. There is growing research interest in the link between diet and ADHD. Nutritional factors in ADHD, while not the sole cause, evidence suggests nutritional factors play a role in ADHD development and management. Later in this presentation, I will delve into the comprehensive discussion on diet and its connection to ADHD, supported by proper references. For now, I prepared a concise slide highlighting some key nutritional factors associated with ADHD that you can check out here. Okay, so now we're going to get into some dietary interventions for ADHD. Nourishing the mind, exploring the impact of nutrients on ADHD symptoms. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA found in fish oil, are essential for brain function. Some studies suggest that omega-3 supplementation may have a positive impact on ADHD symptoms, possibly due to their role in brain structure and function. Deficiencies in minerals such as iron, zinc, and magnesium have been linked to cognitive and behavioral issues. Some studies have explored the potential benefits of iron, zinc, and magnesium supplementation in individuals with ADHD, especially in cases where deficiencies are present. In the following slides, we will go a bit deeper into some of the research. Okay, to continue this study overview, the objective, explore the impact of combining omega-3 and Korean red ginseng on ADHD symptoms and cognitive function in children with subthreshold ADHD. Method: 120 children aged 6 to 12 participated in a 12-week double-blind randomized placebo-controlled study. ADHD symptoms were measured using the ADHD-RS with secondary outcomes including CBCL and neuropsychological tests. Results: positive effects were observed on ADHD-RS, scores in several CBCL subscales indicating improvement in ADHD and attention problems. Conclusion: the combination of omega-3 and Korean red ginseng demonstrated beneficial effects in children with subthreshold ADHD. Understanding zinc and iron in ADHD. So now we're going to dive in a bit deeper into the research. So we're going to start with the background. So ADHD is the most prevalent pediatric mental disorder. Their focus was on zinc and iron in ADHD. Under the role of iron and zinc in brain development, investigate potential lower serum levels in ADHD for symptom management. The study included 42 children between the ages of 4 and 14 years old. Parental concerns of inattention, excess activity, or school difficulties were part of the selection criteria. Their approach was to thoroughly obtain medical history, clinical and neurological exams, and lab investigations. The results were a notable decrease in iron and zinc levels in ADHD cases versus control, a higher occurrence of low iron and zinc levels in ADHD cases, statistically significant negative links between iron and zinc levels and ratings from parents and teachers, strong correlation between zinc and iron levels, elevated ADHD symptoms in cases with low zinc levels, and in conclusion, low zinc and iron, parents reported hyperactivity in their children, which implies individuals with low levels may be at a heightened risk of developing ADHD symptoms. So now we're going to talk about some research on vitamin D and ADHD. ADHD is prevalent in kids, and current medications have their limitations. Micronutrients like vitamin D have shown promise in aiding brain development. So the researchers' focus was investigating the impact of vitamin D supplements on children aged 6 through 13 with ADHD. They conducted a double-blind clinical trial with ADHD diagnosed students in the 6 to 13 age group. They administered vitamin D3, 1,000 IUs, or a placebo daily for 3 months. They assessed ADHD symptoms using various questionnaires and tests. So the results showed post-intervention, we observed significant improvements in CPQ, SDQP, and SDQT scores. These were the measures used in the study. Notably, impulsivity saw a significant reduction. Attention and reaction time scores did not show significant changes in this particular study. The conclusions of the study showed vitamin D supplementation has dual benefits: improving behavioral issues and potentially preventing symptom worsening. Notably, it reduces impulsivity in children with ADHD. Impact of a few foods elimination diet on hyperactive behavior in children. In a study involving 78 children exhibiting hyperactive behavior, a few foods elimination diet was implemented at a diet clinic. The results demonstrated behavioral improvement in 59 of the participants. Moreover, the effectiveness of the few foods diet extends beyond behavioral improvement, showing promise in addressing ADHD symptoms and congruent physical complaints in children. This conclusion is drawn from data gathered in 2 trials. Notably, the few foods diet group exhibited a clinically significant reduction in 10 out of 21 physical complaints. This suggests a potential association between the few foods diet and improvements in various areas, including thermoregulation problems, gastrointestinal complaints, eczema, and sleep issues. Neurocognitive impact of few foods diet on ADHD in children. The few foods diet has a big impact on reducing ADHD symptoms in kids. There was a significant 60% reduction in symptoms. This study looks at how the diet affects behavior and brain activity. Parents notice a significant improvement in their children's symptoms. Brain scans show that a specific part of the brain becomes more active and is linked to the improvement in ADHD symptoms. This tells us more about how diet helps kids with ADHD. DASH diet and ADHD in children. The DASH diet is famous for keeping hearts healthy. It's full of good stuff like fruits, veggies, low-fat dairy, and vitamins. This study looked at whether this diet might help kids age 6 to 12 with ADHD. So what they did, some kids followed the DASH diet and others had a regular diet for 12 weeks. They kept checking how severe the kids' ADHD symptoms were using different scales. So what got better? So according to parents, kids on the DASH diet had better scores in areas like attention, hyperactivity, and emotions compared to those on a regular diet. What the teachers said. So teachers saw improvements in kids on the DASH diet. They were better at paying attention, had fewer emotional issues, and behaved better. So what the kids themselves said. Kids who followed the DASH diet felt less hyperactive and had fewer emotional problems. So the overall takeaway from this research is eating a diet like DASH might be a good way to help improve ADHD symptoms in kids, as seen by reports from parents, teachers, and kids themselves. The study suggests the need for further research with a broader participant base, considering both sexes, and longer follow-up periods to confirm these initial findings. Okay, we're going to dive in a bit more into some other research regarding the DASH diet. So exploring the relationship between DASH diet and ADHD in children. As you can see here, the parents, teachers, and the children themselves reported significant improvement in results in regard to hyperactivity, emotional symptoms, conduct problems, prosocial behaviors, peer relationship problems. Emotional symptoms have also improved. And as you can see here for the parent-reported results, the improvement was by 3.81 versus 1.65. And as you can see here for the teachers, it was improved by 4.11 versus 1.23. This is significant progress in managing ADHD symptoms. Now I'm going to talk about a research study regarding the gut microbiome and psychostimulant medication in ADHD. The mix of bacteria in the stomach show to be different when kids with ADHD take certain medications. So basically there was some uneven gut functions. The way the stomach works is not as balanced as it should be. There was some less helpful bacteria. So some of the good bacteria in the stomach became less common in children with ADHD taking this form of medication. There were more inflammation signals. There are more signals in the blood that show there might be swelling in the body. These changes are seen in kids with ADHD who take medication. However, we do need more research to really understand why these changes happen and what it means for the kids. So now we're going to look at the association of diet quality with ADHD and ED symptoms in children. So in simple terms, ADHD is a common brain condition affecting 8 to 10% of people in the US, causing problems like difficulty paying attention and being too active or impulsive. It's also connected to trouble managing emotions. So in this study, researchers looked at the quality of what kids eat and how that relates to ADHD and emotional issues in 134 children between the age of 6 and 12 years old as part of a study testing multi-nutrient supplements. So how they checked the diet quality, they used something called the Healthy Eating Index. So on average, the kids scored 63.4 out of 100 in diet quality. So what they found was when they looked at all the diet scores and ADHD symptoms together, they didn't see a strong connection. But when they focused on specific things in the diet, like fruits and veggies, they found that kids who ate fewer of these had more trouble paying attention. So in conclusion, the bottom line of this research, This study tells us that what kids eat might affect how well they can pay attention. Eating more fruits and vegetables seem to be linked to better attention in children with ADHD. Enhancing ADHD treatment with multinutrients. This study was an 8-week trial utilizing 126 participants between the age of 6 and 12 on ADHD with emotional dysregulation. Multinutrients resulted in a 54% positive response compared to 18% with a placebo. Research assessed diet quality using the HEI 2015 in 124 of the children. There were 2 models used. One was looking at clear outcomes and the other exploring overall improvements. So the results from this research study is that they found more veggies at the start linked to better outcomes with multinutrients. So in conclusion, multinutrients show potential for ADHD and irritability, no matter the overall diet quality. Starting with more vegetables boosts the benefits of multinutrients. Now we're going to dive into the impact of sugar intake and artificial colors on ADHD symptoms. Research highlights the advantages of diets without colorings, gluten, and low in sugar for managing ADHD symptoms. The research shows a potential connection between higher sugar intake, particularly from sugary drinks with additives and artificial colors, and a greater risk of ADHD. In a study involving 173 diagnosed ADHD cases and 159 controlled aged 4 to 15 years of age, a strong connection was found between increased consumption of sugary drinks and a higher likelihood of ADHD. This link persisted even after considering different factors, indicating a dose-response effect. More sugary drinks correlated with a higher risk of ADHD. These findings emphasize the potential impact of sugary drinks on ADHD. In this study, researchers wanted to see if there's a connection between eating sugar and developing ADHD symptoms by reviewing various studies. Their review used things like odds ratios and confidence intervals, focusing on information about sugary drinks, soft drinks, and sugar in foods. They looked at 7 studies with nearly 26,000 people, some just checking at one time, some comparing cases, and some tracking over time. They found that more sugar and soft drinks seem linked to a higher chance of having ADHD symptoms. In conclusion, the research suggests there's a connection between having more sugar and sugary drinks and getting ADHD symptoms. But we know that we need more studies that are set up to really make sure we're getting the full picture. Mindfulness versus medication for ADHD. ADHD significant impacts and limitations of current medication drive a multi-center study comparing mindfulness training to methylphenidate in 120 families with ADHD diagnosed children 9 to 18. My Mind protocol-based mindfulness training with parallel mindfulness parent sessions is assessed against individually administered short-acting methylphenidate. Pre-test, post-test, and 1 and 2 month follow-ups provide insights into clinical and cost effectiveness, addressing study limitations. The study aims to identify a potential effective and alternative intervention for ADHD, potentially offering a safer and sustainable option. Incorporating parents into mindfulness training may enhance family dynamics and contribute to a holistic approach in managing ADHD. So for this slide, we're going to talk about research on cognitive behavioral therapy for persistent ADHD symptoms in medicated adolescents. So the objective was to test if CBT helps adolescents with ongoing ADHD symptoms, even with stable medication. They utilized 46 teens between the age of 14 and 18, randomly assigned to CBT or waitlist control. Symptom severity assessed by a blind independent evaluator using ADHD current symptom scale and the clinical global impression severity scale. So the assessments at baseline were 4 months and 8 months, post-CBT or post-waitlist. In conclusion, the results showed CBT groups significantly improved. Higher responder rates after CBT were reported by parents, 50% versus 18%, and adolescents, 58% versus 18% were reported. In conclusion, CBT significantly reduced ADHD symptoms in adolescents on stable medication, as indicated by independent evaluator ratings and increased responder rates. Challenges and lifestyle factors related to ADHD encompass a range of aspects that can impact individuals dealing with the condition. Here are some challenges and lifestyle factors associated with ADHD. Executive functioning challenges. So these individuals with ADHD may struggle with executive functions, including planning, organizing, initiating tasks, and managing time effectively. Impulsivity. Impulsivity is a common trait in ADHD, leading to difficulty decision making and potential challenges in maintaining self-control. Inattention. So they have difficulty in sustaining attention, and it can affect academic and occupational performance, making it challenging to complete tasks that require focus. Hyperactivity. So this can result in restless behavior, making it difficult to sit still or engage in activities that demand sustained attention. Time management issues. There's challenges in managing time, which can lead to difficulties in meeting deadlines, appointments, and daily responsibilities. Social interactions. These may be impacted due to impulsivity, inattention, or hyperactivity, potentially affecting relationships with peers, family, and colleagues. Academic and occupational challenges. Individuals with ADHD may face difficulties in academic settings, including challenges in learning and completing assignments. In the workplace, organizational issues can affect job performance. Emotional regulation. This can be very challenging, leading to mood swings, frustration, and difficulties in coping with stress. Sleep difficulties is often associated with ADHD, including difficulties falling asleep and maintaining a regular sleep schedule. Nutritional factors. So dietary challenges may arise due to impulsivity or selective eating habits, potentially impacting overall health. Then we have medication management. Individuals who are on ADHD medication may face challenges with adherence and managing potential side effects. We also have physical health. So lifestyle or challenges in maintaining consistent physical activity levels can impact overall health. Self-esteem and mental health. Managing ADHD-related challenges may influence self-esteem, and individuals with ADHD may be more susceptible to mental health conditions like anxiety and depression. Parental and educational support. Adequate support from parents, teachers, and educational systems is crucial for managing challenges related to ADHD in academic settings. Now we're going to move forward to the economic perspectives in regard to ADHD. Understanding the economic impact of childhood and adolescent ADHD. So let's talk about the costs related to ADHD in kids and teens. An economic review showed that dealing with ADHD in children and teens cost our society about $42.5 billion every year. This highlights how crucial it is to use effective and complete approaches to manage this condition on time. This study took a close look at all the costs tied to ADHD in kids and teens, including healthcare costs, other expenses, and indirect costs from the viewpoint of the whole U.S. society. So here's what they found. The extra cost of society because of ADHD are quite big, hitting $19.4 billion for kids. That's about $6,799 per child, and $13.8 billion for teens. That's around $8,349 per teen. A big part of these costs, almost half, come from education expenses. $11.6 billion for kids, that's about 59.9%, and $6.7 billion for teens. That's about 48.8%. Other important contributors are healthcare costs and caregiving expenses, showing us how ADHD has a big impact on different parts of our lives. The cost of what kids eat and ADHD risk. So what researchers did is they checked what 200 ADHD afflicted kids and 300 without ADHD ate. They looked at food prices from regular markets. So what they found was that kids with ADHD had a cheaper diet per 1,000 calories. ADHD risk was lower for kids with pricier diets. Research showed lower ADHD risk with a pricier diet, even after considering age, gender, weight, and how much money they had and types of fats they ate. How much spent on food might affect ADHD risk in kids per this study. ADHD wellness strategies focusing on nutrition and healthy habits for families. So let's start with hydration station. Encourage water as the primary beverage choice for families. Consider infusing water with natural flavors like citrus or berries for added appeal. Mindful eating practices. So promoting mindful eating by encouraging slower, intentional eating. Discuss the importance of savoring flavors, chewing food thoroughly, and paying attention to hunger and fullness cues. Colorful plate approach. Teach the concept of creating a colorful plate by incorporating a variety of fruits and vegetables. Discuss how different colors represent various nutrients, promoting a well-rounded and balanced diet. Whole snacking. Encourage whole food snacks such as fresh fruits, veggies, nuts, and yogurt instead of processed snacks. Discuss the benefits of sustained energy and focus that comes with choosing nutrient-dense options. Meal planning as a team. Engage the family in meal planning sessions. Allow each member to contribute ideas for meals and snacks, fostering a sense of ownership and excitement about what's on the menu. Cooking adventures. Turn cooking into a family adventure. Experiment with new recipes together, exploring diverse and nutritious ingredients. This enhances cooking skills and makes mealtime an enjoyable and educational experience. Balanced breakfast boost. Highlight the importance of a balanced breakfast for sustained energy throughout the day. Explore various breakfast options and include whole grains, proteins, and fruits together. Label reading challenge. Extend label reading beyond identifying sugars and additives. Teach your children about the nutritional value of food, emphasizing the importance of essential nutrients like vitamins and minerals. Caffeine awareness. Discuss the potential impact of caffeine on attention and sleep. Encourage moderation and explore alternative beverages, such as herbal teas or flavored water. Family active breaks. Integrate short active breaks into the family routine. Physical activity has been shown to support cognitive function and focus. Consider activities like quick family dance party or a short outdoor game. Explore superfoods together. Introduce foods known for their brain-boosting properties, such as blueberries, spinach, and avocados. Discuss creative ways to incorporate these into meals. Establish mindful meal rituals, such as expressing gratitude for the food and discussing positive aspects of the day. This can create a positive association with meal times and enhance family connection. Consistency is critical. Develop a daily routine with set meal times, bedtime, and study hours to enhance focus and reduce impulsivity. Navigating the complex landscape of ADHD management. While there have been encouraging findings, effectively addressing ADHD challenges proves intricate. A comprehensive strategy is essential, taking into account lifestyle elements such as sleep quality, physical activity, and screen time. Additionally, dietary modifications, as evidenced in programs emphasizing diet adjustments, hold promise for enhancing ADHD symptoms. So in conclusion, a holistic approach integrating lifestyle factors and dietary interventions shows promise in addressing ADHD challenges. Let's stay vigilant in adopting comprehensive strategies for the well-being of individuals with ADHD. Thank you for your attention and commitment to enhancing their lives. If you're interested in reading more about these research studies, I have a list of references for you at the end of this presentation.